times in 2020 and 3 times in 2021. Even that break wasn't even really a break.
No, it wasn't, was it? Yeah.
That was the time I look at, like, all the time that got stolen.
Yeah, and that's everyone else is whinging they can't even get a match up, and you're having 7 fights in that time.
7 fights across like the shittest 2 years ever to fight.
So I've actually started recording already. So
shall I put this on?
Yeah, whack it on. So Hugh O'Donnell, hanging out in Adelaide with me.
Adelaide, City of Churches.
Yeah, that's about all it's got going for it. And beautiful beaches, obviously.
Yeah, Adelaide is beautiful.
Yeah.
I like Adelaide.
What brings you here?
An MMA show.
Okay.
Yeah, came in for Kim was fighting on Diamondback, a Sunday show.
Yep.
Last night, so I came in to support her.
Cool.
And lend my expertise in an MMA corner.
Yeah, you got it all sorts. You love balls on your head, so. So we were just discussing you're coming back from injury, some time off. Explain how that recovery. Explain the injury really quickly, and then how the recovery's going. Yeah,
I fractured my jaw, fractured my mandible in 2 places. My fight with Luis Caiba in November, so that's been. I got surgery like pretty much straight away, but there's a bit of recovery time naturally, just to let it kind of get back to full strength.
So you were saying you got 2 plates in there?
2 plates, yeah, one here and one here.
They stay forever?
They stay forever.
Yeah, cool. And obviously you haven't fought since, but you're back in training and everything's going well, and like you said, sometimes you just need to get cracked to test it out.
Yeah.
So what's the next move?
Yeah, so as you said, like, been back in training. Honestly, I got back to training probably too fast. Like, I didn't get out of the hospital bed and.
For those who don't know, Hugh loves a break.
Start sparring hard, but like I kept just, I don't know, like I always want to do my. I get a little bit worried about losing fitness and not being able to stay with it, but the jaw was kind of like a deceptively tricky injury. Like even once it looks fine, it's still like things like I went running too fast. Like the shock would delay the recovery and things, so I had to slow down a bit. But back in training in full, feeling pretty fit, honestly. Like I'm in good shape, and planning indefinite move to Thailand. 4 weeks. Yeah, only 4 weeks away.
I love
the end of March, I'm going to take off for Thailand.
Yeah, I love when anyone says they're going to do it. Like, you know, I talk about it a fair bit, that the training and stuff, you can get that anywhere now, like in Australia or whatever. You can have that level of training and stuff, and the level of expertise in the Western world now. But there is nothing like that 100% commitment that you can give in Thailand, where you have so many more opportunities and you get a chance to have 100% focus on the task at hand.
Yeah.
You've spent some time there before. What's your longest stint you've done?
I think the first time I went, I was there somewhere around 3 months.
Yep.
Was about. What I used to do was, like, when I was a student, I would just save when I was through the semester at uni and just go there for the uni breaks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, sweet. So, what do you have planned for Thailand so far? Like, do you obviously you need to make money, you need to be able to eat. So, what are you sort of looking at now for your trip? I've always been to Thailand in kind of really in a hurry. You know, like when you have that limited amount of time and you want to just kind of knuckle down and fight, my experience was always pick a camp that looks good, stay, fight when you can fight, and try to just like squeeze everything you could out of a limited stint. So this is going to be the first time I've ever had a little bit of time to have a look. Yeah,
so
take your time with the journey.
Yeah, so like I know there's a lot of places I've wanted, like I've got lots of friends and kind of connections and stuff just from my work in just being around Muay Thai. Going with Kim, we're both going to go, and she's doing MMA, of course, so I have to kind of, but I guess like there's far more limited options for doing MMA in terms of location than Muay Thai there, so we'll have to be based. So we're going to go to Fairtex first up.
Yep.
I've always wanted to train there. I think it could be a good spot because they've got an MMA program, like a well-equipped camp. And then try out a couple of other places just in the early going. But the objective is to lock down a
a longish term spot, like find our place.
Yep.
And then just work on an arrangement from there. And
do you have an option, do you have, what's your preference as far as, do you want to go there in a 3-round stuff, or do you want to try and go for 5-round stadium stuff, or whatever's given to you?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one. I think there's different things to try. Like there's a lot of what's popular now is something that is distinctly different from what I've been doing here at home. Like I think you know what my preference is as a fan.
Yeah.
Like I like the 5-round stuff.
Yep.
But
and you're a diesel.
Yeah, and it suits me to get into the later rounds.
Yeah.
But like you know, I'm enjoying a lot of the 3-round stuff too, and I'm pretty excited to.
Newsflash, me too. I'm enjoying some of it.
Yeah, there's a shot.
yeah, except for the one championship.
Like obviously the little gloves would be an adjustment if that's the way. Like I love RWS. That's probably my favourite show to watch at the moment.
Yep.
I think with a bit more time you can do bits and pieces of different things.
Yep.
Though, I'm interested in whatever comes up, and I guess that can be based around what camp you're at as well.
Yeah, sweet. So, how many fights have you had now total, including amateurs, including everything? Around
in the 40s, 40 something with all my
good numbers. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. And obviously, been based in Sydney the whole time, right, or out of New South, out of regions of Sydney?
Sydney,
Yeah.
Sydney somewhere.
Sydney-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. How long did you think about moving to Thailand for before? Like, have you always thought you'd want to do a long-term thing there, or was it just a whole, I'll go for holidays, and then like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to go there?
I've kind of gone back and forth on the whole Thailand thing as an idea. I've spoken a lot generally, but we've talked about it a lot. Thinking about like, I don't think you have to do it anymore necessarily, and especially I get tied up thinking I've got to. I get stuck with working and trying to, build a future and all that other lame stuff. I was really, really keen on. The last time I was in Thailand pre-COVID. I was just going to stay. Like I didn't have much money or whatever, but I'd just finished uni, and I thought I always wanted to, I guess, fulfill my obligations. I wanted to get qualified and stuff. And it's not a bad mentality. I don't, my head was in the right place.
Yeah.
And then obviously I had to come home and kind of lost a few years of travel then. And I think I went through a while where I kind of just thought I was on the career track in my like non-Muay Thai life, that I do have one of those.
Not much, but you have.
Just kind of thought I was doing the smart thing, and maybe it was just kind of something that had gotten away. But I think the game's changed over there a little bit too.
Yeah.
Also, just I'm one of the luckier ones in Australia. Like I've got really elite level Thai trainers here, but I just hit a point of sort of. It's something that's always been a maybe in my mind, and I just hit a point of like complete burnout somewhat recently, where I just I guess being away from the ring a little bit and letting an injury heal just kind of made me rethink what I want. And it's not like I don't think I can succeed. I have a lot of resources, and my head trainer Iram's done an incredible job like bringing in elite level resources, and I'm really grateful for that. It's just like you said, the focus element, like a lot of years of really early mornings and pretty late nights trying to train twice a day and hold down a day job. And I know I'm not the only one who does it, and respect to anyone who's doing it, but I think I'm at a place in my life where I'm in a position, thankfully, where I can do this. Like I can step away from my day job for a little while. I've got some good opportunities there just through friends and things. Like I said, it's just kind of time, and it's a little bit of a now or never thing for me. I think if I don't do it for a little while and focus on what I really love, I'll regret it. So that's sort of where I'm at. And,
man, it's a short time that you're a fighter. It feels like forever as you do it while you're doing it, but then it's over and it's like, well, where'd that go? And
there's also kind of, I suppose the other side of it is like my last 2 fights last year were Kong Thailand and Lewis. Like doesn't get heaps better.
No, that's huge. That's world level,
And I can be realistic. I wasn't good enough, and I wasn't even really close. So it's like, do you want to? I don't want
kind of a problem I've had over the years is people are so willing to give you a pat on the back just for the level that you fight at. Like anyone at the bus stop can lose to Kong Thailand and KE, but it doesn't separate me from anyone else. It's just like, I think that was a moment of realising like maybe I've hit my ceiling doing what I'm doing, and if you want to, look, if you're failing repeatedly, something has to change.
Yeah.
And it's like I kind of was at the point probably in recovering from I can't do things like try to show up to a day job fresh out of the hospital with a broken jaw for too much longer. It doesn't really work. So I had to think, do I maybe want to step back and not do it anymore? Or do I want to double down? And the little bit of time away said, I'm not ready to stop. I don't even really think I've come close to what I can do with Thai boxing. So let's just, you never know if you never try.
Yeah, for
let's
sure.
just, get
And I've always loved your mentality, bro. And like you and me have spoken a lot over the last few years. Developed quite a good friendship, man. I appreciate you a lot. And I think like some of the things you say are like, to me, like very profound and stuff, you know, like you do think things through. It's not like you overthink and beat yourself up over shit overly much. Like if you're beating yourself up, you'll discuss it and you'll find logic in it. And man, a lot of people can learn. Like I hope people watching this can sit back and go, oh, so you can think shit through without beating yourself up, and you can actually just make some decisions in life that are risky and enjoy it, you know, enjoy the process and enjoy, you know, obviously that's one of them wank sayings, enjoying the process and shit, but everything's a process. It's not just like just enjoy your training, that's enjoying the process.
No.
Everything involved in your life, whether you're doing Muay Thai or whether you're, you know, a computer geek or whatever it is, or you're both, so it's like you just doubling down on something and to see if you've got it.
Yeah.
Because you hit a point where it's like, oh, have I gone too far with this? Oh, let me try harder.
Yeah.
And see if that works. And it might not, but it might. But you don't know unless you give it a crack, right?
And I never wanted to be, it's like, you got to be real with yourself that it's like, maybe the feeling for me towards my career is like, I could be better if I didn't have to juggle so many things at once, but I don't want to finish my career and be like, yeah, but that's what I could have been. It's like, let's figure it out.
Yeah, it's kind of how I looked at myself a fair bit.
Yeah.
Like if I'd, you know, not done the drugs thing and I'd not done the whole hating myself thing and I'd actually just given it 100%, I probably, you know, I would have been way better as a fighter. But do I regret it? No, because it all led to this.
Yeah.
But could I have done way better in life? Yeah, I definitely could have. No, I'm really proud of you, man, and I appreciate you taking some time to sit down and do this interview and enjoy this, and let me enjoy the view while you're sitting there staring at, I don't know, fountains. But yeah, bro, I wish you luck, and I'm sure everyone else does as well. We're going to miss having you around the Aussie scene on the regular, but I'll definitely be seeing you in the motherland.
And I will say before I'm done getting interviewed is that I am going to bring the podcast back.
I'm
from
really
Thailand.
happy to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say it because I need to be held accountable.
Yeah.
But it's like so I'm going to document things and it's a good chance to get some time.
I think you being there could be a good, you know, different people, different sorts of people which you can actually have, like Joe Comfort's doing. He's doing really good work now. There's room for all of us. We're all got our own little niche. We're all got
definitely.
Our own thing we're doing. And, you know, like Joe's approachable, you're approachable, Matt Lucas is approachable. We could do some good stuff in the future. So no, I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so you'll be hearing from me.
Sweet. I'm happy to hear that. Awesome. Thank you very much, Hugh.
Thanks, Pinky. Appreciate you.